What's up everybody? I hope you're doing well. So I've made a video in the past where I showed you how to sign a business associates agreement with G Suite in order to make sure all of those G Suite services are HIPAA secure when you access them. Well, since I uploaded that video, Google has now updated its platform. It's called Google Workspace, and the process for signing the BAA is just a little bit different. And I've been hearing from some folks in the comments of that original video that it's not the same tutorial anymore. So in this video, I'm going to quickly walk you through the steps you need to take in order to sign a BAA if you're just starting out with Google Workspace. Welcome to Private Practice Skills. I'm Dr. Marie Fang, psychologist in private practice. I post videos offering tools I learned the hard way about starting and growing private practice so that you don't have to. All right, I'm going to keep this video pretty short and sweet, so if you are interested in learning more about how to set up Google Workspace, what that includes, what a BAA even is, I'll link to the video I made earlier all about that, and in this video, we're just going to focus on how to sign that BAA if you're signing up for Google Workspace for the first time. Let's pull my computer out and hop straight into the tutorial. Okay, so we're hopping into this tutorial assuming you've already gone through the process of signing up for Google Workspace. Again, if you want help knowing how to sign up for it, I'll link to my previous video and you can learn more there. Once you've signed up, then you want to head on over to admin.google.com. And once you're there, go ahead and sign in. Okay, this next step is the main piece that's different from how you used to sign a BAA in the old G Suite. So now we're going to click on Account Settings right here. Once you're there, you look down towards the bottom of the page and you'll see a drop-down option under Legal and Compliance. Go ahead and click on that. And once you're there, scroll to the bottom and you'll see a section called Security and Privacy Additional Terms. Here, there are a few different agreements you have the option of entering into, and it includes the HIPAA Business Associate Amendment. This is what we're looking for. Now, I have signed this BAA before. This was the exact date that I created my previous tutorial. But if you haven't signed a BAA yet, you're going to see a little exclamation point here, and then it'll say not accepted. It'll look exactly like what we're seeing up here on these other two agreement options. You'll see that right down here. So what you want to do is go ahead and click on that spot where it says not accepted. And just to give you an example, I'll show you what it looks like when I click on one of the other options. You click on it here and it's going to give you an option to go ahead and review and accept the amendment agreement right down here. So at that point you want to go ahead and click review and accept, and it'll take you through a process to do that. It'll be super easy. And just as an example of what it's going to look like, I'll show you what it will look like if I wanted to pretend and review and accept this other data processing amendment, blah, blah, blah. Just as an example. So if I click review and accept, I get this pop-up screen, and this for you will be the business associate amendment. You need to scroll through, read it, check all the policies, make sure you're on board with it, and of course, once you've made it through the whole thing, that's when you can go ahead and click I accept. And at that point, it'll say that you accepted the business associate agreement down here with the date. That is literally it. You now have entered a BAA with Google. You're done. In fact, you can click done right here if you want, but you don't have to. And that is it, my friend. Once you've followed all of those steps, you have your BAA with Google Workspace in place. Now, if you already signed a BAA back when Google still called it G Suite, that same BAA is still in effect even now that you've migrated over to Workspace. You don't need to repeat this step. So this is just for folks who are signing up with Google Workspace for the first time and would like to enter that BAA. And please don't be fooled to think that signing the BAA is all there is in order to make sure you're using the platform in a HIPAA compliant manner. The BAA is just Google's way of saying, hey, we won't misuse this information. We're going to use all of it in a HIPAA secure way. But now it's up to you, the therapist, to make sure you're using it in a HIPAA compliant manner. For reference, I've linked below to Google's Workspace HIPAA implementation guide, so feel free to check that out to get the full scoop on HIPAA compliance with Google. And before we close, I'd like to thank TherapyNotes.com for sponsoring this video. Now, I know personally when it comes to HIPAA compliance, it can feel really dizzying to try to keep track of all of these things like, oh, I need a BAA with Google in order to use Workspace in a HIPAA compliant manner. How do I do that, etc.? Well, Well, rest assured, when it comes to practice management, TherapyNotes makes HIPAA security really easily because everything within their platform is completely HIPAA secure, so you can be rest assured that you are being HIPAA compliant when you're using their full suite of services. If you'd like to check out TherapyNotes, you can get 2 months to try it for free with no commitment just by clicking the link in the description of this video. Well, I hope you found this video helpful if you are wanting to get started with Google Workspace for your practice, but you weren't sure how to go about signing that BAA. And until next time, from one therapist to another, I wish you well. And record. Oh, poo. Every time you see me do a tutorial, there's usually some technological... Dang it. I'm having problems, y'all. Okay.